Hello, today's daily reading comes from the book of the Apocrypha. We are reading from 2nd Esdras chapter 12, and it reads as follows. And it came to pass, while the lion spoke these words to the eagle, I saw, and behold, the head that remained appeared no more, and the two wings which went over to it arose and set themselves up to reign, and their kingdom was small and full of uproar. And I saw, and behold, and they appeared no more, and the whole body of the eagle was burned, so that the earth was in great fear. Then awaked I by reason of great ecstasy of mind, and from great fear, and said to my spirit, Behold, this have you done to me, in that you search out the ways of the Most High. Behold, I am yet weary in my mind, and very weak in my spirit, nor is there the least strength in me for the great fear with which I was affrighted this night. Therefore I will now implore the Most High that he will strengthen me to the end. And I said, O Lord, that bear rule, if I have found favor in your sight, and if I am justified with you above many others, and if my prayer indeed has come up before your face, strengthen me then, and show me your servant the interpretation and plain meaning of this fearful vision, that you may perfectly comfort my soul. For you have judged me worthy to show me the end of time and the last times. And he said to me, This is the interpretation of the vision which you saw. The eagle whom you saw come up from the sea is the fourth kingdom which appeared in vision to your brother Daniel. But it was not expounded to him, as I now expound it to you, or have expounded it. Behold, the days come that there will rise up a kingdom upon earth, and it will be feared above all the kingdoms that were before it. 12 kings will reign in it, one after another, whereof the second will begin to reign and will have a longer time than any of the 12. This is the interpretation of the 12 wings which you saw. And whereas you heard a voice which spoke, not going out from the heads, but from the midst of the body thereof, this is the interpretation, that after the time of that kingdom there will arise no small contentions, and it will stand in peril of falling. Nevertheless, it will not then fall, but will be restored again to its first estate. And whereas you saw the 8 underwings sticking to her wings, this is the interpretation, that in it there will arise 8 kings, whose times will be but small, and their years swift, and 2 of them will perish when the middle of time approaches. 4 will be kept for a while, until the time of the ending thereof will approach. But 2 will be kept to the end. And whereas you saw the heads resting, this is the interpretation. In the last days thereof will the Most High raise up 3 kingdoms, and renew many things therein, and they will bear rule over the earth and over those that dwell therein, with much oppression above all those that were before them. Therefore are they called the heads of the eagle. For these are those who will accomplish her wickedness, and that will finish her last end. And whereas you saw that great head appeared no more, it signifies that one of them will die upon his bed, and yet with pain. But for the 2 that remain, the sword will devour them. For the sword of the one will devour him that was with him, but he also will fall by the sword in the excuse me, in the last days. And whereas you saw 2 underwings passing over to the head that is on the right side, this is the interpretation. These are they whom the Most High has kept to his end. This is the small kingdom and full of trouble, as you saw. And the lion whom you saw rising up out of the wood and roaring and speaking to the eagle, excuse me, and rebuking her for her unrighteousness, and all her words which you have heard. This is the anointed one whom the Most High has kept to the end of days, who will spring out of the seed of David. And he will come and speak to them and reprove them for their wickedness and unrighteousness, and he will heap up before them their contemptuous dealings. For at the first he will set them alive in his judgment, and when he has reproved them, he will destroy them. For the rest of my people will he deliver with mercy, those that have been preserved throughout my borders, and he will make them joyful until the coming of the end, even the day of judgment, whereof I have spoken to you from the beginning. This is the dream that you saw, and this is the interpretation thereof. And you only have been chosen to know the secret of the Most High. Therefore, write all these things that you have seen in a book, and put them in a secret place, and you will teach them to the wise of your people, whose hearts you know are able to comprehend and keep these secrets. But wait here yourself yet 7 days more, that there may be showed to you whatever it pleases the Most High to show you. And he departed from me. And it came to pass, when all the people saw that the 7 days were past, and I had not come again into the city, they gathered them all together, from the least to the greatest, and came to me and spoke to me, saying, How have we offended you? And what evil have we done against you, that you have utterly forsaken us and sit in this place? For all the prophets, you alone are left to us, as a cluster of the vintage, and as a lamp in a dark place, and as a haven for a ship saved from the tempest. Are not the evils which are come to us sufficient? If you will forsake us, how much better had it been for us if we also had been consumed in the burning of Zion? For we are not better than those who died there. And they wept with a loud voice. And I answered them and said, Be of good comfort, O Israel, and be not sorrowful, you house of Jacob, for the Most High has you in remembrance, and the Mighty has not forgotten you forever. As for me, I have not forsaken you, neither am I departed from you, but am come into this place to pray for the desolation of Zion, and that I might seek mercy for the low estate of your sanctuary. And now go your way, every man in his own house, and after these days I will come to you. So the people went their way into the city, like as I said to them. But I sat in the field 7 days, as the angel commanded me, and in those days I did eat only the flowers of the field, and had my meat of the herbs. Amen.